Hey there, and welcome to another free coaching workshop. Today is how to work with the fears that will come up on your journey. It's not if, maybe, they will come up, and it's a matter of when will they come up. And here is an exercise for you to do with those fears. It's called a fear setting exercise. This is not, I first heard of this exercise through Tim Ferriss. And the exercise is very simple. So you have this goal that you're working towards whether it's a personal goal, a professional goal, a hobby. It doesn't matter the size of the goal, right? You have the goal, you've defined it, you found the inner motivation from the 2 previous videos, by the way. But if you haven't seen the previous videos, reply to this email and ask for them, and I will send them your way. And so now, okay, you've decided, cool, I'm gonna go for it. And then the fear comes up. What do you do with that fear? Well, get a A4 piece of paper and do it landscape and do 3 different columns. On the first column, write the worst possible fear. So let's say you go after your business and you've got your own money that you're putting in it, you're putting your money in there, and your worst fear is that it all goes. After 6 months, you have normal money, you're not where you want to be, and you find yourself with no job, no money, and try to figure something out, right? So that'd be your worst fear. The second column is, how could you repair should that worst fear happen? So what could you do if the worst case scenario would happen? So in that worst case scenario, for example, 6 months from now, no money, well, you need a place to live. So where would you be living? Would you need to move back with a loved one? Would you need to find a new job? So you need to spruce up your CV, reach out, find a new job, and create a new income and, live with a job for the moment and while you figure out your next step. That would be the repair to the worst case scenario. The third column is, what are actions today that you could do to avoid having that happen? So you have your worst case scenario, and so what could you avoid so that you don't run out of money, so that you don't have to move in? Could you start cutting costs today? Could you have a partial income today? Could you have an agreement with somebody to stay at their place so you don't have to pay rent, so you can save a little bit more? You have a buffer. What could you do to prevent it? So the first column is your worst case scenario. Really, if everything goes wrong, what does it look like? Write it down. Details. If you need another piece of paper, take another piece of paper. That is okay. The second column is, should this happen, what will you do to repair it? And the third column is, that's your worst case scenario. What can you do today to prevent that from happening? This exercise is interesting as the amount of times I've done it. And then you're like, oh, actually, the worst case is not that bad. And it's okay. And it's whatever age you're at, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the sense as in, you don't need to be a certain age to start going after your dream. You don't need to be a certain age to be living the life that you truly want for yourself. You don't need to have gone, you're neither too old or too young to start today. Everything's coming to you today because you're ready right here, right now. There's no other reason. And you have everything within yourself to do this. Is it scary? Yeah! I'm talking from personal experience here. Would you make mistakes, hiccups? Would things not work the way you want to? Yes, of course it will. Nothing is going to go exactly the way that you think it's going to go. That is a certainty. Are you going to feel the hard times? Yes. That's why video number 2, where you link it emotionally with a new or personal reason, is really important, because in those times, you'll have that feeling, those emotions that you can go back to, and you're like, this is why I'm doing all this. And you'll want to keep going forward. That's like crucial to get that really clear for yourself, because yeah, that will be your pick you up any day of the week when you need it. Seriously. Even if you need a little break, which is totally okay. And it will take most likely longer than you think it will. But you're gonna get it. And you know what? The journey is so worth it, because you get to know a little bit more about yourself. You get to realize you're a hell of a lot more capable. I shouldn't find the word. Capable than you originally thought you were. And you're going to create things that you couldn't have dreamed of. It'll surprise yourself. Not that it'll be better, it'll just be. Because you will be taking action towards something you really want and making it happen. And shifting along the way. Because it's not going to look exactly like you think it will. But yeah. So, fear setting exercise, 3 columns. Your worst ever case scenario fear. Second column, what can you do to repair it? So repair. And a third column, what could you do right now to prevent it? And that's all right. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining. And if you have any questions, you can send me an email at hello@tarabarot.com. That's hello@tarabarot.com. All right. Till next time, I'm going to be taking a little break because I want to. There's a lot that's been going on. I feel my body needs it. And so reach out to me. I'll be looking at the emails. Oh, and by the way, one-on-one sessions with me are available for January starting. So either if you want a clarity session, just the one-off, or if you'd like to do a group of sessions together, those will be available coming shortly on the website, tarabauer.com, at Work With Tara. So see you soon somewhere online or on a video call. All right, bye. Let me know how it goes, by the way. I'm really curious. I'm really curious to know how it goes. And what's your worst fear, and what did you find the solution to solve it? Make it lighter. All right.